Okay, so let's kick off with Ben's exhibition. Here's my thumb finger, which will no doubt feature very little. Right, we shall crack off with this beautiful painting of the greenhouse at Kagurrel. For anybody who's been down to Kagurrel Farm, where Ben works from, this is the greenhouse where they grow some of the tomatoes and flowers. And this is a beautiful chunky monkey, as he does. And close-ups. Really lovely paint. The thing is with Ben's work, it's extraordinary. It just looks like a load of dashes and blurbs and everything. And then you pull back and you go, ah, now I get it. Astonishing talent. So there we go. That's the roof house, the greenhouse at Kagurrel, kicking us off. Now this beauty here, in fact, I've just shown you that view. So those who came in a little bit later, this is Ben's adaptation. It's not actually 100% of River Street, but it's his adaptation of it with the lines and these absolutely glorious colours. This one stole my wife's heart as soon as she saw it. And
mine, because I'm in there as well.
You are. That's almost your gaff, isn't it?
Yes.
Down there somewhere. Is that your window, Debs?
It is.
Anyway, there we go. And the Harbour Gallery, as you will all know, is pretty much there, really. Anyway, that's Ben's adaptation of it. Unfortunately, this one's sold. I just love is these colours. You think, well, come on, purple. And then you see that immense shadow that you get in Cornwall. This really bright shadow in summer. Such a clever painter. Really glorious. Is that Gull Rock out there? Could be. Just a little bit. We're moving close. Is it? Isn't it? There. I'm not sure actually if you can see Gull Rock from that view, but anyway, probably people will tell me you can't. In fact, we've just looked at it, so you'll be able to tell me. Okay, this one's this is from Kagurrel as well, farm. So you're looking back towards Port Scatha, which is in distance, and the hills. I think this is called. I can't remember now, but it's in reference to. It's an odd title because that hill must be where there was maybe a fort or something there, because it's got a title of it. Ben will know about this. If he's watching, we'll be screaming, saying, "No, you idiot! It's so." Anyway, there we go. Port Scatha in the distance. This is White Sands, as we call it, beach. Just down, and there's Kagurrel Beach, Kagurrel Farm. Fantastic detail. Cliffs. Really delicious painting.
And it looks like it's taken from the field where the little Shetland ponies reside.
There you go. Susanna, I still haven't walked along there for ages, but Susanna, when I came to the gallery last month a couple of times, I dropped her off at Pendown and she walked back to the village along there and truly loved them. Here's looking the other way. It's almost complete opposite of that. That's one way and that's back the other way. This, as many will know, is from just below the meadows there, I think it is. Or it's from Taffinder's Beach, but anyway, they're back towards the hidden hut. At least I think I'm right. Or is that, no, I could be wrong. That's again White Sands, isn't it? That's from that hillock.
Mark, that's more or less taking it from Kagurrel, I think, looking across to the left rather than the right.
Oh, you think it's that far?
I think so.
Okay, well, oh, I know. I'm an idiot. Of course I know where it is. Look, there's the giveaway. It's Towan.
Look, I need to put my glasses on.
It might be helpful for an exhibition, Deb.
Well, that's the trouble when I'm in the chat. I'm trying to peep over Hayden's shoulder.
So that will be, I imagine that will be Rostig up there. What am I like? The bays do look quite similar around here, don't they? Anyway, there we go. Is that Kagura? Is that thing, or is that Rostig? I'm getting a bit confused myself now. Close in on those lovely rocks. Really lovely. Right, let's whiz over to one of my personal favourites. I'm absolutely surprised this hasn't sold in a heartbeat. This is the apple blossom again at Kagurl Farm. I think because of the lockdown, he spent a lot of time up there, and obviously been painting what he knows and what he sees. It's just absolutely beautiful. The colours, the textures. Really quite sublime. It looks like a little bit of something like bluebells or something down the bottom there. Be the right time of year. That gorgeous sky. Here we are. Like I say, I'm stunned that that one's not already sold in its droves. Kagurl Beach again. The apple blossom. I wonder if Debs, have you got the information there, Debs? I think it's, well, to give you an idea, it's about, looks to me about 50 centimeters with its frame, something like that. 50 by 40 something. Maybe if I have a look in a minute on the website. All the details will be on the website if you click on it. Pleasure, Chris. Now this little beauty here is really truly is River Street as we see it. There's Tatham's will be just around the corner. Roger and Heather's place, the club with its sign, the balcony, the all-important Harbour Gallery just there. He's really captured that beautifully. Yeah, you can see there that there's no Gold Rock in view. It's just Nairhead in the background there. Must have been one of the few rare occasions that my car wasn't parked right there where it shouldn't be. Shame on me. But again, these just delicious colours. He really chooses his colours so brilliantly. And those heavy, heavy shadows that we get in Cornwall on a bright summer's day. What amazes me is how he's managed to get that shadowed green as opposed to the bright in the, it's so clever. You can see that's in shadow. So I don't know how they do it. Makes me mind boggle. Now this little beauty sold today as well. That's staying locally. It's just going over to the other side of Tregony in QB direction. Absolutely delicious painting of the pub in, I think it's Cadgwith. Pretty sure it's a tiny little cottage in Cadgwith. Dinky little painting, but it's just so fantastic. And the customer knows it well, goes in there and sings. So it's a really nice, they're so lovely those, I find those sales, and somebody really has a connection to a thing. Well, who doesn't have a connection to this? There it is, Port Scatho in its finest with the plume. Even made the bins look glorious. Fantastic. A few cars in the village there. The boathouse off to the right. And even a nice tanker out there, of which there are quite a few at the moment, sadly. It's just like the recession. They're sitting around doing nothing. There you go. That one sold this afternoon as well, I'm sorry to say, but enjoy it in all its finest while it's here. It's really a lovely painting.
Hey Mark, we've just checked on the apple blossom for Chris. I've just popped it in the chat.
Oh yeah.
I think we're going to have to, it's 52 cm by 52, but it doesn't look like a square painting to me.
No,
so
that's not a square painting.
So we will have to just check the...
Yeah, I'll have to bet. I think it's about 52 tall, and so it must be about 42. It's probably a sleight of the hand.
Yeah.
But anyway, yeah, I think it's about probably 40 or 42 there, Chris, and that's a 52 tall. There's now this, when this first went up on the website, I thought that's going to last. That's going to last a heartbeat, and yet it's still here. And I just think that's magnificent. That is the lugger in summer. A really, really splendid painting. Some cars parked up. Who doesn't know that? The must be just beside the shelter there to the right, I guess, because it's just out of view.
That's where I saw Ben painting, so yes.
The view, because he's sitting down just off the slipway.
Yeah.
Again, such simplicity of lines he puts in, and yet they just capture totally, absolutely the atmosphere and the character of the village. It's mind-bogglingly good. There he is. I always thought his signature was some sort of Chinese emblem, especially when it was done up the other way, until I realised it was just Ben. But actually, if you look at it, you've got all the letters of his signature in there. You've got Ben, you've got T for Taffinder, A, double F, E, N, D. They're all in there, every letter. He probably knows that, but I think it's quite brilliant. So this is the largest painting in the exhibition. This is it Chapel? Is this Chapel Portsdown? I've got myself stupid. I should put the names up here. No, it's Portsdown. It's Portsdown. Sorry.
Yeah, it's Portsdown.
Yeah. They are. They're being grilled. I think this is 2,100. The size, I'm not quite sure. It's around about a metre by the sounds of it. So there we go, folks. That's all 10 of the exhibition pieces. If you want to have a closer look at anything else,
can you go back to the just for Chris? I think it might be, and for me actually, can we have another look at the apple blossom, please, Mark?
Yes, we can.
My favourite.
A bit of better light as well.
Next to the champagne, it's my favourite.
Yes. There we go. That's the apple blossom one again, in a much better light. They're always difficult to... It's the thing with Ben's paintings. They're so textural that when the light like that, when the light catches it at a certain angle from a distance, it changes in colour and character. You can sort of almost go round a painting to the side like that, and you'll catch different colours and different textures from it. There you go. Changes again. It's like one of these wacky mirrors. Really lovely painting. Here we go. So I hope that helps. Oh, sorry, a bit wobbly there.
Mark, just want to say to the couple of people that have just joined us, welcome, and any questions, just post them in the chat. Thank you.
Yeah, okay, so I'll just quickly scan around them again. There was that one. Obviously the one of Port Scatho, it's about 1500, I think, that one. And Porthtowan, 2100. This one's sold, unfortunately, but a lovely painting of Port Scatho that knows so well, as is this. Little pub, Cadworth. Down Deborah's Way again.
Oh yes, actually I like that.
So you going to have a couple of them, Debs?
No, I think we should rename River Street.
Deborah's
Way.
Deborah's Way, exactly. Like Howard's Way. Do you remember that? That's a series.
Yes.
Showing the age now.
Southampton, I think that was, wasn't it?
Was it? Really
Yes,
about
it was.
Leo. Yeah. That's going back towards Town Beach. Again, this one coming back towards Port Scatho from Cagurrel. This gorgeous painting, which is gone, sadly, but not going far. And the delicious greenhouse at Cagurrel.
That's beautiful.
Yeah, it's really nice. So let me have a quick show you around Ben's current works. It's always good to see these in detail. Deborah's favourite.
That's my favourite.
No surprises there. That's a great painting, that. Reflections of the light caught in it and everything. Very clever. Really lovely. This one is so understated, this little still life.
Mark, can we see, I think we've got to put my glasses on. I think it's Lorna. Can we see Ben's picture with the bottles and the cockles?
Bottles and the cockles. Oh yes, just coming round to that.
Oh, smashing.
To stretch up to this one, it's so high up. That's at Lamoran Woods, for anyone who knows where that is. This is the garlic one. Unfortunately, I can't get much closer than that for this one. That's one of a rare brushwork. You see, he's used a brush on that. I think that's great, that one. Cadworth Cellars. It's probably down the back of the pub that's in that. No, I don't think they mean those cellars, Mark. Maybe fishing cellars. Lovely the way the canvas just sort of bites through to add texture here over that hugely thick paint. Oh, I love this.
Oh yes.
You had a huge painting of a glass and a lime. Yeah, it's lovely, isn't it, Lorna? Sweet little thing. It's only it's not a big painting, it's a little one. Here's the one you are after, Lorna, with the cockles. Again, just simply understated. Yeah, it's lovely, isn't it? And that chunky bottle. It's a really delicious little painting, that. Well, they're not so little. It's at about 30 centimetres, I think, the frame. Maybe 20 with that. No, it's a really lovely painting. I'll pop down to this bit of opium. I'm surprised this is still here too. I think it's a really lovely painting.
The bottles and the cockle shell, Mark, is 35 centimetres by 29 centimetres, by the way.
Not far. Chunky little piece of lemon. Oh, and this one here. Oh, I love this. Really see the colours. A couple of strawberries and a lovely jug, enamel jug, glass. You can almost eat those strawberries, can't you? My wife's been growing them in the garden and they are, oh, so sweet. Here's Old Art Country. This is Charleston Harbor, I believe.
Now I've had to sit down. You've mentioned Poldark.
Yeah, I was going to say you got a bit quiet. Did you swoon?
Always. I love this one.
Isn't it sweet? Just lovely. And the reflections in the cherries, that little dab of white. Oh, so clever. Who to be that talented, eh? Really sweet. Trevellis Porth. That's for those who know the North Coast. That's up St. Agnes Way. I must admit that I don't think I've ever been to the beach at St. Agnes. I've been to the village a couple of times. I've got some friends there.
You've never been to the beach? Is that?
I've never been to the beach, just below. I've driven all the way there and gone around and looked at it and been up and down. I've seen the signs of the beach and I've never been down there.
It's beautiful. We call it Sausage Bay, but that wouldn't interest you or me.
I'm not sure I want to know why it's called Sausage Bay, Debs, or do I?
It's to do with the little hut there that sells hedgehog ice creams and
right.
sausage baps.
Thanks for that. Now, I can't remember if that's Ben's boat or his brother's boat, or even the one at Port Lowe, because he can't see the number. But anyway, it's definitely, the boat looks like moored up round about in the harbour, or possibly, yeah, probably in the harbour, because it doesn't look like it's working. Otherwise, I'd say it was up around Gull Rock, but it could be.
It's usually jasmine or rose. They'll be in the harbour.
Yeah, exactly. But I think one of them's blue, isn't it?
That's right.
Or is that Simon's? I get a bit confused. This is so high, I can't get up to it. But it's the Winter Sun through Newquay. So this is Newquay Town Centre. Really lovely. And last, I think, is the Gordon's Gin. Is that the normal Gordon's Gin? Is normal Gordon's Gin purple, or is it slow gin or something? I think it's
Are you asking? It's funny. Are you directing that particularly at me, Mark?
I thought you might know that.
I think that might be the one with a bit of. Actually, maybe somebody can help me out here.
There you go. Somebody's bound to know. There's a couple of ginites I'm watching, I'm sure. I think it might be the slow one, but maybe it's, I don't think, well, it's certainly not the standard one, is it? Because the standard one's green. No. And it would make sense to be slow because, of course, there's lovely little marks down there on it.
It almost looks like an elderberry one.
Oh, I nearly fell down the stairs then. So there we are, folks. That's pretty much it. I don't think we've got any more Ben Taffers at the moment. They're dropping like flies. So if I can look at anything else for anybody, please let me know. Anyone wants to look at any more paintings before we call it a day? But they're all on the website, as you know. give you an idea of scale of some of them. No other questions?
Mark, I thought we were going to have a little look around one or two. Are those?
What's that? Just trying to give you a feeling of size of these.
Lovely. Thanks, Mark. Let's see.
Oh, I didn't do that one, did I? The Hendrix. Again, I think he did a bit of it. He must have got a job lot of those drinks umbrellas. Love that painting. Actually, the more I look at it, the more I like it. Look at that, the way you can tell that that's floating. How clever is that? The way the stalk goes down and then with the refraction of light moves. So clever. Oh well, there you go. Right, that's it, folks.
Nick and Kat is probably out fishing, because Ben not only we've got Nick and Kat asking if Ben's here, but thing is, even though Ben is a beautiful painter, he does sometimes help his father and his brother out with the fishing as well, out at sea. He's a very talented chap.
I must admit, I don't like those days because it means he's not painting for me. And selfishly, there we go, folks. I hope you had a good old tour. I'll put this up not only on YouTube, on our YouTube page, but I'll also put it onto our onto his exhibition page. So this will go below his paintings on the exhibition page. So you can look at it again at some point, and when you're happy, and go and click over and see how you get on. Hope you enjoyed the day. This is the last one for a little while. We may do one again in July. As I mentioned today in the newsletter, we'll probably be open again in July now. But, you know, if anybody is in town and desperately wants to see anything, then of course, just give us a phone and we can meet up. But otherwise, stay safe, everyone. Thanks so much for coming. Have a great week and hope to see you very, very soon right here. Bye for now.